of the lost where the music ain't free. There's a movement rising of rebels like you and me. We're the outlaws of the airwaves, breaking the chains, shining light on artists, keeping it real. No games, we don't need no industry, no corporate machine, playing by our own rules, living out our dream. The Musical Outlaw Podcast, it's our battle cry, giving voice to the unheard, reaching for the sky.
Welcome everybody to the Musical Outlaw Live Podcast here in Tucson. How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. My name is Tom Quiet. I'm your host for tonight. We have Jeff Cabana over here. He is our engineer.
And co-host.
What's that?
And co-host.
Yes, co-host. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to thank Catalina Brewing Company for letting us come here and do our crazy shenanigans. Let's give them a round of applause while we're at it.
Yeah. This place is awesome.
Yeah, awesome. So we got our first musical guest up. How's it go? Go ahead.
Yes, hello. My name is Tori Parks. I'm a local of Tucson. Just kind of wandering around playing songs around coffee shops for now, but it's my true love, so thank you for the opportunity. All right, this first song I'm going to play, it's called Paper Mache. The concept of paper mache is one that stuck with me since I was a little girl, where it's just really thin little pieces of paper all coming together and stacking on top of each other to make something really solid and beautiful with all the hard work that was put into it. And that's a wonderful metaphor for how I see myself and my self-image and such. So this song is about that.
Yep.
I'll ask for nothing, you'll ask for me. I'll try to fix it with empathy. The lone man wonders what happened here. I'll try to tell him, but is it insincere? This fire will burn out, he told me so. Didn't believe it all those years ago. My mother told me I ran away, but I don't remember much of anything. To wander my paper mache room, and I don't have to wonder how to fall right into you, right into you. I'll watch the flower lean towards the light. Can't help but ponder about its line of sight. You called me honey, I heard the words. Say it again, this time gently, so I feel the surge. You asked for nothing, then you asked for me, and I could take off. I'm not used to you trying. This fire could burn out, he told me so. But she whispered
All right. That was a great song.
Wait, you said that was called Paper Mache?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been working on that one?
I wrote that. When did I write that? About July.
Okay.
So
Okay, so
pretty
this year?
Yeah.
Nice. How long have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing guitar and songwriting since I was about 12, but just started performing more
Nice.
around February. So.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Why'd you decide to make the leap into performing?
Well, I grew up doing opera and classical voice, so I've always been performing, but I thought finally bringing my songs that I've written onto a stage, into a microphone, was something that I'd always wanted to do and something I finally had the confidence to do. So.
That explains the vibrato.
I was picking up the classical training, and I was like, I bet she's done opera or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so do you have plans of like recording the song, going into the studio, or?
Yeah, that's the next step.
Okay.
Yes, I've been talking with a couple producers, so very excited to get that underway. Yes.
Nice. And you said you're local to Tucson, born, raised here?
Yep, born and raised.
Nice.
Born and raised.
How do you like the scene here in Tucson?
The music scene is
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal in Tucson. It is, I mean, there's live music pretty much every night,
Yeah.
and it's all local artists for a major portion of it. So it's
That's
really,
awesome.
really neat, yeah.
I can honestly say it's not hard to find good local musicians here.
No,
Like,
exactly.
I think I asked one person, and then they fed me to you and pretty much everybody on this lineup, and then it was like, okay, so you guys got a killer scene here. I'm loving it. So.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Awesome. So we're gonna so kind of the flow, just to kind of give everybody an update. We have 4 musicians playing here. We got Tori Parks and we got Annie Anna coming up next, and then Sean and Lizzie, they'll be coming up after that, and they're gonna play 3 to 4 songs, and we're gonna talk about it in between, just so you guys kind of know the vibe of the night. So
We not going to discuss that intro music? We're just going to go breeze right past that?
Yeah, we're gonna
That's-
breeze
That's
right-
the first time I heard that, so
I'm
that was
pretty
kind of
sure
like, wait,
I-
where'd
It
that
was
come
cool.
from?
I'm pretty sure I sent it to you, but
Yeah, he didn't tell me it was the intro music. He just
Oh,
sent
okay.
it to me randomly, and I was like, okay, that's cool.
yeah, fair enough. I mean, if anybody's interested in like recutting it or something, I'm
Right.
sure we could have a conversation. Yeah. But
No, that was pretty cool, though.
Yeah. So we're gonna have you play a second song here. What song are you gonna play for us?
Yeah, so this next song is called By the Lake. I wrote it by a lake, funny enough. There's a beautiful lake south of here called Patagonia, which is a place I love writing songs. It's just so peaceful, the nature is beautiful. And this is a song about nostalgia and kind of thinking of all the memories you've had in nature and with friends and such, and that is what I wrote it about, yes. Sit in the treetops, it's a long way down. It's a memory I think about. Tell me a secret I would never share, and I haven't, not even after 5 years. Since we last met in June, oh, that's a memory I think about too. It's quiet out by the lake. Please tell me why it's a mistake. And it's quiet in your room. If this house was full of 10,000, I'd choose you. speaking so softly while we're wide awake, that I'm lovely. Tell me it's not fake, and search with a flashlight till I find you there, draped in shadow. It's mine to share. Draw me off at noon, lingering the scent of my perfume. It's quiet out by the lake. Please tell me why it's a mistake. And it's quiet by your room. If this house was full of 10,000, I'd choose you. So drink up your bourbon. The wind starts cursing. It's quiet out by the lake. Please tell me why it's a mistake. And it's quiet by your room. If this house was full of 10,000, I'd choose you. Not mine to choose. Well, I'm so happy I memorized you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Amazing. That was absolutely incredible. We were
Right?
actually just talking back here. It sounded really great with like an orchestral string section behind you.
Yeah, I would. Like
Yeah,
maybe a little
maybe one day.
timpani at the end. Like that would be nice.
Well, thank you guys. Yes.
right.
Giving me ideas.
Yeah. It's in the studio. You can do anything you want to do.
Right,
yeah.
right. And then this day and age, you don't have to hire an entire string section.
Yeah,
Just
that'd be nice.
A decent producer, and he can get it done.
Right? So what was kind of the story behind that song?
Well, I wrote that song again at the beginning of the year or so. Sitting by Patagonia Lake, sitting on a blanket. And I've been there before, and I've been with my old high school friends and by myself in the past as well. Just looking at the water, there's ducks everywhere, there's little dragonflies, and just how lovely life is and how beautiful memories can be, even bad ones. So
Nice.
yes, that's what.
Is that the only song you've written there, or is that
Oh,
like
no,
a?
I write a lot of songs at Patagonia.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
that's the
Okay. So
spot.
it's like a source of inspiration.
Yes,
Nice.
I'd say so.
That's
now,
awesome.
is it like a lake that has like boats and stuff, or is it like a more?
It's no, there's a lot of camping though, so there's
Okay.
a lot of people, not a lot of boats.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
I didn't know if it was that big of a lake where it was like you had like little motorboats coming swinging by. And,
Yeah, Tucson doesn't have many big bodies of water.
That's
but
fair.
Right.
That's very fair.
yes.
Very fair. Oh, so with that song, you said you wrote that back in February as well?
Yeah, yes.
And is like the songs that you're playing tonight, are these all songs that you feel like could go together as like an EP or something, or?
Yeah, so a lot of my songs do just naturally kind of go together. They're all very nature inspired, whether that's an animal or a lake or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, yes, my next two are also nature inspired.
Fair.
So.
Have you always like been more of an outdoorsy nature person, or is that something you've discovered more recently?
No, yeah, I grew up camping. Did not like it. I didn't. It was the bugs for me, but I don't know. I've had I don't know. Awakening sounds like kind of
Right.
woo, but I found so much comfort and peace in nature, even a park. In the last couple years, probably as a result of COVID.
Yeah.
But Yes, and now I love bugs as well, so.
Oh.
Yes.
Now, were you
Protect
doing a
bugs.
lot of playing and writing during COVID as well, or was it more afterwards that you?
It was definitely more afterwards. I think during COVID, a lot of people got a spark of creativity. I didn't really get that. I just was taking walks all the time.
Right.
But after I graduated college, or at the tail end of college, I really got that spark again. So started writing a whole lot. Yeah.
That's cool.
And where'd you go to school?
I went to the U of A here in Tucson for music and psychology.
Yes. They have
Awesome.
is that one of the things they're known for? Is their music program, or is it?
They definitely have a really good music program. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, it's really cool. A lot of really good instructors as well.
Right.
They're very supportive. So,
Okay.
yes, highly recommend.
Nice. Yeah, we've been to Tucson for all of 6 hours. And
How do you like it?
we actually went downtown. We went to what was the name of that music store we went to go?
Chicago Music Store, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's a great
yeah,
spot. Yeah.
It was just like the diversity in this town is absolutely incredible.
Yes,
So.
that's
Yeah.
true.
This
Yeah.
is my second time here. I was here in 21 or 22 in the summertime on tour, and it was brutal. We actually played at the Edge, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Fun
Nobody
spot, too.
warned me about that place. I had to find that out on my own.
So, but coming to Arizona in July probably wasn't the smartest of ideas.
Yeah, we did a whole tour, like, and a big part of it was Arizona in July. I was like, all right, never again.
Yeah.
Ain't doing that.
Fair.
You won't fight heat like that anywhere else.
Yeah, especially I'm a drummer, so playing drums in
Yeah,
that
you're
heat
moving.
it was brutal. Yes.
But like they always say, it's a dry heat, right? Isn't that the,
No, it's
isn't
a
that the
heat
common
heat.
excuse?
Right. Yeah. No, it's hot though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a heat.
I tell people that all the time. It's like, it doesn't really bother me. The dry heat is like, I know when I'm dehydrated. Like,
That's fair.
I live out in Texas, and there it's like, I have to guess if I'm dehydrated until I'm dehydrated. And then,
Yeah, that's a
Right?
good point. Yeah.
So how's the creativity been going so far since you've been out more frequently playing and stuff? Have you found yourself to be more inspired, or have you been struggling a little bit more since you've been focusing a little bit on playing?
I definitely think I've really hit my stride with creativity and inspiration. I think performing for people makes me realize like what I would want to hear from me in their shoes. So yeah, definitely I've learned that I really love catering to emotions and female experiences in my music. Yeah, definitely that was a realization I had since I started performing and have written so much since then. So
Have you had to adjust songs or fine tune them after you play them live? You kind of find, I should do it this way or that
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Nice.
yeah, it's sort of a vibe you get once you play a song for the first time for people,
Right.
and you're like, oh, that was not that was not
Yeah,
working.
let me
or-
try it a little different. And,
Right,
yeah.
right, yeah.
Now, is this kind of your comfort zone doing the solo acoustic thing, or do you see down the line trying to build a band around you?
I think that'd be awesome to try. I've never tried it. It's just always been me in the like opera scene as well, just me, you know. So, but I think it'd be super fun to try down the line. Yes.
Fair. So if anybody's looking to,
Yeah, if anyone's looking.
Right? Yeah, just give you a good solid rhythm section. You'd sound amazing, honestly.
Thank you.
so let's go ahead and jump into your third song here.
Sure,
What are
yeah.
you going to play for us?
So this next song I'm gonna play, I'll go with, this is called Look in the Embers. It is about getting out of a not so fun relationship and kind of daydreaming for yourself, like, oh, well now I'm gonna get swept up off my feet, or this is what this person's gonna look like the one, and sort of using that for comfort, which I'm sure we've all done. So, and yeah, the nature references here is like embers, you know, when a fire's burning and it stops, there's still, you know, little hope there. So yeah, this is called Look in the Embers.
Awesome.
I start to notice that your jacket ain't black anymore. You always wore that. Are you someone different than before. I start to wonder who told you I was here. If it was Jesus, he could have tried another year. La, la, la. Since when was I smiling? It crept up onto my cheeks. I hear you laughing. You sound stronger when you speak. I miss your fingers, so I sweat them with my hands. They're so calloused. They're not the ones I remember you had. And who are you to say? Whispered in my face. Stars, I hear you talk. Look in the embers, look in the embers. I wore my heels, but you must be playing a trick. You weren't the towering when you first said it'd be quick. I didn't realize your eyes, they stop the time. The scary black holes, instead as green as grass, they shine a light. And who are you to say? Whispered in my face. Stars, I hear you talk. Look in the embers, look in the embers. This man ain't the same. Warm heart and no name. Stars, I hear you talk. Look in the embers, look in the embers, look in the embers. I start to notice. Thank you.
I think that was my favorite one so far.
Oh, thank you.
I was gonna say, keep writing music like that. Because
Yes.
I don't know if you picked up on it. I've definitely noticed a few people tapping their toes to this.
Yep.
Oh, thanks, guys.
For sure.
It's
That's a keeper.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
I was trying to figure out the word. I was like, I don't know what word I'm going to use, but it'll roll out eventually. And how long ago did you write that one?
That was December, so almost a year. Oh, yes,
Okay.
almost a year.
Nice.
Yes.
And how's that one kind of changed now that you've been out performing it? Has it
Oh.
like changed and progressed and matured?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, I started it kind of imagining like what it would be with like other instruments. So I like imagine what the electric guitar would do and what the drums would do. And then, I start performing alone and I'm like, well, I have to change all that because, I have two instruments and that's me and my guitar. So, I start, singing the electric guitar part and kind of, just have to pretend there's a drum beat there. But,
Right.
Yeah, and the lyrics have changed quite a bit as well as I've gotten more comfortable with what I'm singing and such, so.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. And do you think that's just the repetition of playing it, or like kind of paying attention and seeing how people are reacting to the song that you're like, okay, maybe I need to pull back a little bit here, or this word doesn't quite fit?
Yeah. I would say definitely that. Well, I play for like a wide audience in coffee shops usually, so it has to cater to all ages. Yes.
Fair. This is a completely different scene than playing it at a coffee shop.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
Is it tough playing with all the background noise?
Oh, no, it's fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
That would drive me
Kinda
nuts.
nice,
I'm like,
actually.
wow, to power through that's tough.
Tune it out,
Yeah.
Fair. And so you said you went to school you went to school for music. Were you studying like music business or like just music theory? Like what kind of?
Yeah, so I was originally really wanting to go for vocal performance for like operatic singing and such, but I decided to go with psychology as my major because I really love helping people and learning about why people do things the way they do and such. But I had to keep music as my minor because I just love it so much, and I do love the theory of it, and I love learning theory, so that's mainly the classes I took was catering towards that. Yeah.
Has the psychology affected the way you write it all? Having that also as part of your education?
That's a really good question. I would say yes. I think it added a new layer to, instead of, I'm writing this song because I love it, you also add in like, what are people going to be feeling listening to this? What are their takeaways going to be? And kind of combining them together is a sort of different experience, but I don't know if I would have gotten that without studying psychology as I did. So
yeah, I just found it interesting, like your major and minor, like how they work together.
Yeah, they definitely do. And, there's also music therapy as an option out there with both of those, which is so cool. So, yeah.
So what was you said you were originally doing like opera and stuff like that. Why'd you kind of decide to transition out of opera and start doing more singer-songwriter type stuff?
That's also a good question. I really am grateful for the experience of training in opera, and I love singing in different languages and such. But I honestly changed it because I was scared to pursue that. It's hard to get jobs, especially in like little Tucson with an opera degree. But I think it's for the best because I think this is something I love a lot more than the classical singing that I was doing, so it just came at a different time.
Kind of gives you more freedom in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And you got to explore your own creative expression instead of singing somebody else's. Like, not that you can't write original opera stuff, but I'm sure there's a whole other...
It's a whole other thing.
A whole other thing. So, outside of music, what do you like to get into? What do you like to do? Like...
I'm a creature of a different hobby every month. So
nice.
Right now, lately I've been really into chess, like learning chess. I don't know. I like solving puzzles and such. Also just hiking and moving my body in nature and hitting the gym. I don't know. A whole variety.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna have you play your last song here, and then we'll have you plug your social media and all that stuff. And
wonderful.
We'll get it going.
Okay, and thank you guys for the opportunity again.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
So, what's the fourth song you're gonna play for us?
This last song I'm gonna play is called "The Blackbirds." It's my favorite song I've written to this date. I think largely because it was the song that got me back into writing after a little hiatus of college. It also is full of so many little metaphors I just threw in there, so it means a lot to me with all the like little emotional metaphors and such. But yes, okay, here it is.
Awesome.
I had a dream that I was thinking, sure I'd been drinking, that's nothing new. Thought I could breathe, what was I thinking? I was only dreaming. Still I woke up torn into an empty letter and your friend's sweater. My thoughts were lying till I found out they were true. I thought that I was in Antarctica. I know that's kinda dumb. I like the cold. The silent snow caps gave a picture of a heat that shone above. The freezing feeling, it got old. A heated flicker of something bitter. The vacant bedside supposed to leave me less controlled. I've been told the climb was all I wanted when you were holding my hand backwards. A was all it took to drag me far from all the blackbirds up on the slope. I could have choked. It was a picture perfect view up from your roof. I thought I heard somebody mumbling, talking about something, a gentle voice along the stream. Then thunder roaring sounds like drumming, so I start humming to show myself it's not a dream. I'm spun in circles, rain stains my journal. The Arctic ice from highest heights releasing steam, it seems. The climb was all I wanted when you were holding my hand backwards. A tug was all it took to drag me far from all the blackbirds up on the slope. I could have choked, but it was a picture perfect view. And to float was all I needed when you were leaning on my shoulder. A thirst was all I pleaded. Oh God, I wish you would have told her it's always been broke. I could have choked. Voice was always there, but I stayed in your room. Thank you.
Incredible.
All right.
Nice. That's really good. So first off, before we kind of start transitioning out, I want to thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I want to challenge you, though. I want you to challenge yourself creatively. Step outside of your comfort zone. And that third song that you played, that tempo, that feel, but just kind of step outside your comfort zone and just go for it. And I think the sky's the limit for you.
Thank you so much. Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming on. And this is kind of one of our first ones. So you're one of our very first people we've had on this. So.
Oh, well, keep it up. It's fun.
So for social medias, if anybody wants to follow you, where's the best place to find you?
Yeah, so right now I'm still kind of getting everything started up. But my Instagram is Tori, Tori.parks with 2 S's. I announce all my shows and music and stuff on there. Otherwise, Spotify, TikTok, all that's coming. But it will probably be some variation of Tory Parks. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then one thing we like to do with everybody that comes on is we like to pass on a little bit of knowledge. And since you're so young in your career and your aspirations for music, what one piece of advice would you give a younger version of yourself that wants to kind of chase music?
Well, what I would say is a lot of what I've written has been just for me over the years, about my own emotions and things that I've been through as a female. And that could be hard to share with other people. But once you do, I've felt that a lot of people love that because it's not as much catered to others as it is just an expression of yourself, like a journal entry, and a lot of people can relate to that. So I'd say don't fear that and kind of just like take the leap, and people will relate to it and they will like it. So there's an audience for everything, so.
Nice. Good advice.
For it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Let's give a hand to Tori Parks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Awesome. So we got Anna coming up next, and while we do the musical changeover, I do want to thank everybody for joining us. If you are interested, we have koozies sitting up on this front table right here, and then there's also business cards with the QR code if you want to give Live and Amplified a follow. We have Instagram, Facebook, all the fun stuff. So if you grab a business card and scan the QR code, it'll take you to a link tree that has all that fun information. And then also we want to say thank you to Catalina Brewing Company for having us here. Yes, go ahead, give them a round of applause. They have all kinds of cool stuff going on. Just check out their Facebook for all their upcoming events, and really excited. So we got Anna coming up next. How's it going?
It's going all right, man.
Awesome. So what's
think
the
we should be
first
good.
song? What's that?
I think we should be good over here.
All right, perfect. What's the first song you got for us?
I'm going to do Drowning.
Awesome.
Not for real, though.
No. Hopefully not. You were like water in my lungs, stealing the air that I breathe. Felt like I was in danger the first time you looked at me. And I was a fool for not listening. You had me dreaming and believing I'd be the one to bring on your healing, but you were just scheming. Now I'm leaving, it's about time I found a good reason. You make me feel like I'm drowning. You make me feel like I'm drowning. Feels like you're killing me slowly. You make me feel like I'm drowning. Your love is straining, manipulating, misbehaving, and I hate it. I'm suffocating, and I'm fading, and I've been praying for someone to save me, holding me underwater, stealing the air. Vision goes darker, and I'm sinking deeper, and I fear as that creeps in near, I'll just disappear. You make me feel like I'm drowning. You make me feel like I'm drowning. Feels like you're killing me slowly. You make me feel like I'm drowning. But you should know you meant nothing to me. Yeah, you should know that without you I feel free. Guess you should know you're the reason I live for me. And nobody's gonna take that from me. You make me feel like I'm drowning. You make me feel like I'm drowning. Oh, feels like you're killing me slowly. You make me feel like I'm drowning. You make me feel like I'm drowning. You make me feel like I'm drowning. Feels like you're killing me slowly. You make me feel like I'm drowning. Thank you guys.
Amazing.
Nice.
Awesome. So, what's the story behind that song?
It's a doozy. So I dumped a guy after dating him for 5 years, and he like low-key stalked me afterwards, and it was super wild because like he was like asking friends and stuff to like, hey, tell me what she's doing, kind of thing. And it was
Third
really,
party, huh?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
creepy as hell, man. And yeah, so I just was like kind of a feeling of being smothered, like feeling like you were living under a microscope. And I actually wrote that song. He had like done something pretty crazy after a few months, and I'd gone to a bar and I was really mad, and I came back, and that song just kind of like started coming out, you know. And I literally wrote all the lyrics sitting in my car in about 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I was apparently really mad. So
Yeah. Did he leave you alone eventually?
eventually, yeah.
Good,
I haven't heard
good.
from him in a long time, thankfully.
Fair. So I take it this was all before you came to Tucson?
It was, yeah. I was still in undergrad.
Oh,
How long you been in Tucson for?
I moved here at the beginning of 2020, which was a great time to move. So
Right. Where you were from originally?
Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
nice. And you just got back from a trip to St. Louis?
Oh
correct?
God, yeah. I've been traveling for 2 weeks straight for a combination of holidays and my job. So
Fair.
Oh, okay.
Fair. Well, you survived St. Louis, so there's something to be said about that.
right.
Yeah.
Did they drag you out to like East St. Louis and?
No, they're kind of homebodies out there. So
Okay.
you know, I just kind of chilled in their house. It was very safe there.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Awesome. So you said you moved to Tucson in 2020 during the pandemic. How long have you been pursuing music?
Long time. I started doing it probably seriously in high school, and it's just kind of slowly built up from there.
Awesome.
Nice.
So really enjoyed the first song. We're gonna have you jump into your second song here. What are you gonna play for us?
I'm gonna play Diamond in the Rough.
Awesome.
Oh, with my mud brown eyes, I can see what you've been doing all this time. I guess I'm no longer your girl. You can take back all your rings and your pearls. Diamond in the rough. They say you'll never be enough. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Nothing more than a diamond in the rough. My hair isn't blonde like hers. Her eyes like diamonds and mine like dirt. If looks don't mean nothing, you'd still be here waking up next to me. Diamond in the rough. They say you'll never be enough. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Nothing more than a diamond in the rough. Go off with your newfound bride. I can tell that I'm still somebody's prize. One day someone else might see. Aside from looks, there's some good in me. Diamond in the rough. They say you'll never be enough. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Nothing more than a diamond in the rough. Nothing more than a diamond in the rough. Thank you guys.
Nice.
Nice. That was a great song.
Thank you.
I'm guessing you wrote those at two completely different points in your life.
Yes. Well, it's funny. So the guy that they sang about in Drowning, I wrote that song kind of towards the beginning of my relationship with him, which is a real long time ago. And I always have to tell a story of it because it's pretty funny. So when I was 16, I was in high school, right?
Yeah.
And like most 16-year-old girls, I really struggled with my self-esteem, my looks specifically, and I was looking for some validation from him. And I was like, that's always a good idea, right?
Right.
Yeah. And so I decided to ask him one day to rate me on a scale of 1 to 10, trying to give him an opportunity to say something nice. And to his credit, I think he gave me like a 7, which is like, okay, whatever, fair. But I made the mistake of asking, well, what would make me a 10 in your eyes? And he said, you will never be a 10 unless you have blonde hair and blue eyes. Yeah, right? Isn't that mean?
It's a weird thing to say.
Right.
But he's a young kid. I take it he was in high school
he
too,
was kind of an idiot. So,
he didn't learn yet.
He didn't happen to be like German, did he?
I don't know.
No. Anybody? Okay, cool.
All right.
Fair enough. I was like, okay, do I make this joke? Do I not? Okay, we're gonna go for it. Oh, so have you thought about releasing those 2 songs and maybe finding some other songs that would match levels of a relationship or something like?
Oh, dude, that would be wild.
Like a flow.
I could roll them into an EP to kind of tell the story of my relationship's downfall.
Fair.
It's fine.
But I do like it because it's it's a nice transition. Like you played your first song and it was like had a darker undertone, but it was like a rockier song, and then this one comes in and it's like, I kind of wasn't expecting that one from you, but
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people can relate, not just women, but men too, like, to both songs and stuff. I think we've all been through the ups and the downs.
Yeah, absolutely. And interestingly enough, I wasn't going to record that song when I met the guy that I work with. He was trying to get me to, work with him. And I was like, if I'm going to pay for this, man, I would like to do a song that's, going to take some work.
Right.
And he was like, tell you what, man, I will do this one for free because I believe in it that much. And I'm really glad I, ended up recording it because it is a really good song and I was really proud of it. So it was my first release too.
Nice.
And so you also just released a song back October, right? Or just over
Halloween, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Is it like a Halloween song?
So it is called Ghost. It's not spooky undertones though.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
I was just talking. We were talking on the trip here about releasing like holiday songs and how more artists should do that.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of fun writing them too.
Yeah.
Oh, so where are you kind of at creatively right now? What do you work? Obviously, you just released a song a little over a month ago, but
Yeah. So I'm working on recording some stuff. So I am trying to get like a little bit of a home studio going. Up until this point, I've kind of relied on my producer in Kansas City to do most of the stuff, but I ended up doing a song where I wrote most of the instrumentation on it and found, I really like this. And so I wanted to do more of that. And so right now, I guess I should say, the past 2 releases I did most of the parts on, and then I'm trying to continue that trend moving forward. So my guitarist and I are working through another one right now, and we're going to hopefully continue on that cadence.
So the recordings are full production?
Yeah, they're full
nice.
production.
I didn't. Tom offered to play everyone that's playing tonight's music, and I said no, I want to go into it blind and listen to everyone live first.
That's the way.
Before I hear the recordings. Yeah. Nice. So I haven't heard any recordings from anyone yet.
Well, check them out when you're done.
I will be. Well, on the ride home, we're gonna listen to the. We made a whole playlist for the ride home. So.
Perfect. That's great.
So you haven't taken it. You studied like engineering and stuff, or audio engineering and stuff like that, or
not audio engineering. This one's kind of interesting. I don't think people typically expect it. I did mechanical engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, totally different. And I'm actually in a master's program right now for aerospace. So
that's really cool.
It sucks. I'm almost done though, so life will be better. But.
Do you not want to do it, or you feel like you've gone too far now and you got to finish?
No. I really enjoy the work. It's a really interesting subset of engineering. It's just a lot of work. So.
Right.
Yeah, and I work full time, and I'm doing that on the side, and it's just like, God, I need a break, man. I need some free time.
Right.
How much time you got left on your?
So I am done May of 25, assuming I don't fail anything. Someone please knock on wood for me.
I got you.
Thank you.
Plastic, but
Plastic,
got
wood.
you.
Plastic's close enough.
Yeah, close
It's the
enough.
thought that counts.
So you're in the process of recording and whatnot, and I'm excited to hear everything you got in the works. So let's go ahead and jump into your third song here. What do you got for us?
Okay, I'm gonna do "Forget About Me" because I promised my bass player I would. So
Nice.
it's his favorite song.
Heck yeah, let's go.
I found myself underneath the crystal sky. Winds rush through the trees, leaves flying on by. My mind wanders wild, flips through memories the past. Friends I used to love and those I thought could never last. I remember all those nights I spent lying under stars, watching streaks of light pass by me and feeling so small. It don't matter who I was that day, who I wanna be. This world kept on turning and forgot about me. I found myself along that open road, who I am today and who I was before. I lamented all the faces I'll no longer get to know, those who walked this earth before me in a time not long ago. Remember driving through the desert in the summer of 16. Mountains rushing by so quickly as time picked up its speed. It don't matter who I was that day, who I wanna be. This world kept on turning and forgot about me. Clocks keep moving forward, yet everything feels still. Moments frozen in time, pictures on the windowsill. It don't matter who I am today, who I wanna be. This world keep on turning and forget about me. Yeah, this world will keep on turning and forget about me. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Amazing. And what was the name of that song again?
Forget About Me.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm Italian, so I know about forget about it, you know.
Boy, we're making all the European jokes over here tonight.
Right? Well, and, real quick, I feel like this board over here should audition for horror movies because it's creaky AF, you know.
So how long ago did you write that one?
That one, I think, was end of last year. I was coming back from the holidays last year, and I got the family history book to read through on the way back. And, yeah, it was a very interesting time going through that. So it made me, I guess, a little bit nostalgic.
Sure.
Nice.
And you said that's your bass player's favorite song?
Yeah, he likes it because it reminds him. I actually went to college with him, fun fact. So he's actually from Wichita, and he said that it reminds him of, like, being young and walking around downtown Wichita. So it makes sense. It's nostalgic, so.
Did he go to Wichita State?
No, he didn't,
okay.
actually. He went to K-State with me.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
I had to take a shot in the dark. I was like,
Right,
hey, there's a school
right.
there,
It's
so-
close, yeah. It's
Yeah.
close enough.
Fair enough. So one thing I have to ask, because you got Kansas City, Missouri, and then you got Kansas City, Kansas, correct? Now, do you guys have like a Civil War thing going on? Or?
They kind of do. I try to stay out of it, you know. But so my current boyfriend is a guy from Missouri, hence why I was in St. Louis, and
Fair.
he loves to rub it in, man. There's always, you know, you're always talking trash on Kansas, and I do the same thing on Missouri. It's misery.
Yep.
They sound very similar, just saying. But it's friendly, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. I had to ask because I was like, I have a lot of friends that live in and around Kansas City, more on the Missouri side, and I was just kind of curious if there's like that rivalry thing going on.
The Missouri side is actually bigger than the Kansas side, so
Yeah.
Kansas City is not actually the biggest city in Kansas because of that technicality.
Oh,
Even though
okay.
it's named
Even though
after-
it's named after the state, yeah.
Fair.
It's weird. It's wild.
Huh.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So before we jump into your fourth song here, what's your social medias if everybody wants to go check you out? All that fun stuff.
So yeah, I'm at Annie Anna Music on everything. I've got a TikTok, I've got a Facebook, got an Instagram. I post most of my shows on Instagram, and you know, upcoming news and announcements. And then if you also are really interested, I've got a website, annieannamusic.com. You can sign up for my newsletter. I promise I will not spam you if you do that. I hate people who do that. I'll just send you like the most important things you need to know. So.
Fair. What's this fourth song you got for us?
I think I'm gonna do Trans-American.
Okay.
Gotta go back rock to end it. Yeah.
Fair.
Cool.
I'm totally blanking on my own lyrics right now. Let's see.
So I take it.
Give me a second.
I take it this isn't a song you play very often.
I do, but I usually hold it for my guitarist because he makes it, you know.
Oh, fair.
Maybe I'll do Ghost instead.
Okay, fair. enough.
Let's plug Ghost.
Fair enough.
Okay. That's the one you
Yeah.
just released.
Yeah, that's the one I just released.
Oh, sweet.
so-
Sweet.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good.
It's easy to just totally blank and just like, I just need to give up on it. Yeah. One sec.
I heard a noise from my door last night, and I imagined it was you. Slipping in to lay by my side, but it was just a ghost of you. I thought I felt your shape next to mine. I thought that it was you. I cling to memories of sheets we shared, and I cling to the memory you. Heard you calling, leading me to something I don't need. Heard you calling, leading me back to you. The ghost I knew. I thought I heard a whisper in my ear. I wish that you were here to let your breath confess your love. I prayed that it was real. And in the night, moonlight streams inside the room that we once shared, illuminating memories of you and the ghost that you've become. Heard you calling, leading
Thank you.
Amazing.
All right. Great song.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Give
Yeah.
it up one more time for Anna.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for having me. This is great.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead and plug your socials one last time.
Yeah, at Anna Music. So
Awesome.
on everything.
And then before you get off, what's one piece of advice you give to an upcoming musician?
Oh man. I guess two things. Just if you are scared of performing, the only way through it is to just do it. And don't be afraid to write bad songs.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Let's give it up to Anna one more
Thank
time.
you guys again.
Awesome. We got Sean Wallen coming up next. So while we're doing the musical changeover here, I want to thank everybody for joining us. We're having an absolute blast. Thank you to Catalina Brewing Company. They have amazing stuff going on all the time, and so we just want to give them a shout out for letting us come here and do the live podcast. And thank y'all for joining us. It's been an absolute blast. So we got Sean coming up next. Oh,
Tall, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Sorry how tall I am.
it's all good.
I look up to your microphone technique.
Yeah. Fair enough. Awesome. Let's give it up for Sean. It's Sean Wallen, correct?
Whalen.
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 Sean Whalen. Yeah.
I went to school with a kid whose first name was Wayne.
What a terrible guy, you know.
Yeah. Fair enough. So
What's your cuss word policy?
go for it.
Oh, great. All right. Thank fucking God. You know?
Yes.
Great.
That's our policy. I don't know what everybody else's policy is. If there's kids in the room, earmuffs, I guess.
I don't see any children here, but
I mean, it is a brewery, so but
Yeah, I was gonna say we're in a brewery. You know.
you never know anymore.
There's
we're
kids
only
in
here
here
for
and
such
they
a
hear
short
swears.
time, you know.
Right.
Why not swear, you know,
Yeah.
abundantly? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, swears go with beers, right?
Absolutely. That's what I've been saying since I was a child. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. We got Sean Whalen.
Yeah. What's up?
We're gonna have you go ahead and jump into your first song here.
Oh, okay, great, cool. Song's called Carriage Park Blues. The backyard is burning and the front yard is smoldering, and I'm eating paste right out the tube. The teacher's grinning, that old switch of hickory is gonna leave a bruise. As I get older, I collect another brush with death till something gives me thanks. But one more pile of debt and a month of paying rent, my gratitude evaporates. And I'm one short night, one circle K away. I took too much for granted, now it's all fading away. My friend from high school lives in the wild, sleeping in ditches under stars. He's older than I am, 2 months my senior. Maybe he's got it figured out. Under a cloud of doom, my parents' living room. No rain to wash away the dust. Wallpaper, dollhouse dreams, the glowing TV screens. In the unknown, you've gotta trust. And I'm one short night, one circle K away. I took too much for granted, now it's all fading away. My old man's a liar, he's been digging for 17. Some guys were born to fall apart. But when you caught me kicking boots, I cut the parachute and I learned to land on solid ground. Just a lonely girl and a beat up boy, smoking Lucky Strike filters, caught up in advertised employees. Thank you.
Amazing.
Nice. Now, was that based on a true story?
It's all based on a true story somewhat,
Nice.
right?
Nice.
It's like bits and pieces, right?
Nice. I enjoyed that song, man.
Thank you. My friend from high school is actually homeless. That's true. So.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, whatever.
So, are you born and raised Tucson, or where are you from originally?
I'm not born and raised here. I mean, I went to high school here, and then I left like right after high school. I was in Brooklyn for a long time, and then
Nice.
and then I moved back here like a year and a half ago. So
Nice. That's my neck of the woods. I'm from Boston.
Oh, you're from Boston?
Yeah, well, actually from Worcester, but nobody's ever heard of Worcester.
Yeah, well, it's because you say it like that, you know? It's like if you said it the wrong way, everyone would know what you were talking about. You know?
Right, exactly. Worcester.
That tracks.
It actually hurts to pronounce those R's.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, what brought you back to Tucson?
Just employment stuff. Like I was working as a commercial producer, and then the writer's strike happened, and I got laid off, and I was like, I don't want to do this anyway, so I ended up moving back here. So
Sure.
yeah.
Sounds like we need to have a completely different conversation. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
You do commercial production?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll talk after this.
Yeah, we'll talk
Right,
shop. We'll talk a
right.
little shop. That's cool. So, how long have you been playing music?
Since I was like 13 years old, something like that. It's one of those things where I don't know. I mean, I spent so much of my 20s like not playing music, so a lot of the songs you're hearing now are, from ages 28 onwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you bring back any songs you wrote from your younger years? Or
I
anything?
tried to a couple times. I just don't remember them.
Right.
I spent so much of my time drinking from like ages like 15 to 26 that I don't remember any of that stuff.
Fair enough.
What was the drink of choice during that time?
Oh, I don't know. I'm definitely, as cliche as it is, I'm definitely like a shot and a beer guy.
Yeah.
Just whatever. So
Is that really cliche anymore? I feel like that's just par for the course.
it really is. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's as much as I could possibly get my hands on. I think is the kind of drinker I was previously. Sober now.
Gotcha.
So,
Nice. Well, congratulations on
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends that struggle with that, so I know how hard it is to stay. So.
Yeah. It's good. 9 years next week.
We invited him to a brewery to play.
Let's give a hands up for 9 years.
Tell me how great I am, please. Thank you.
Nice. Oh, so you've been back in Tucson for about a year and a half, you said, right?
Yeah, that's right. I've been here since I guess it was April of 2023. And when I first moved back here, I was like, I'm going to start a band to put up a Craigslist ad, and I met Tim Puckett over here, who's now the lap steel player for the Benson Highway Band, which is great.
Nice.
So,
Oh, hell yeah.
So is Craigslist still a thing people use out here? or-
I only use it to pick up hot dudes.
Fair enough. I was like, because I've been on Craigslist recently, and that's like the cesspool of.
It's like the ghost town of the internet.
I mean, I don't know. It's like I don't have I like Facebook. Well, I do have Facebook, but I only use it for Marketplace.
Fair.
So it's
Yeah.
so I was like, I don't know how to meet people, and then that was like the only. I was like, wow, this is how long I have not been doing this. Is that like like, you know, I'm like, I guess I got to go on Craigslist personals to find somebody to play music. So
have you found like this new avenue of music? How have you found like the creativity? Has it been fun, kind of exploring some new stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's one of those things where like I was in bands when I was in high school, and then, you know, kind of like was just doing singer-songwriter stuff for most of my 20s. So it was nice to get back into a band and have you know, other people contribute, and it's been great because everyone in the band is like way better at playing music than I am. Like I'm like pretty good at writing songs, but I can't sing very well, and I can't play guitar very well. So it's one of those things where everybody else is like, we got like 3 guys in the band who are like actual medical doctors who are like also musical savants somehow. So
That's pretty cool.
I don't know how I wrangled that, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. You know,
Right.
So are you saying we dragged you into the deep waters here tonight?
Oh yeah, you're really like exposing me here for the fraud that I am. You know.
Nah, you're doing a great job, man.
That's great. That's good news, man.
But you're gonna play a second song here for us. So what do you got in mind?
Oh yeah, this next song is about my ex-wife. So
Those are my favorite kind.
what's that?
Those are my favorite kind.
Oh yeah, why not, right? I didn't bring a tuner up here, so you have to forgive me if it's all fucked up. There at the table with my cigarette, the smell of your hair I could never forget. I caught you in Tucson on the way to the bus. The look in your eye, I knew you were just thinking of us. Just thinking of us. The look in your eye, I knew you were just thinking of us. My comedic timing and dull-witted rhyming, the silicone sound of my lips. You put it behind you and let it all blind you. The guidance they gave us as kids, you saw my shoulders divide and took what was gold inside. You traced my steps like a silhouette, leading a pitchfork to bed. Now that I'm thinking back over the years, there was no other way out. I can see it so clear. The heartache divides while the children inside us are screaming and plugging their ears. There was no other way. We're nowhere near. Now that I'm thinking back over the years, there was no other way out. I can see it so clear. The heartache divides while the children inside us are screaming and plugging their ears. There was no other way. We're nowhere near. There was no other way. We're nowhere near.
Heck yeah, man. So I gotta ask, has your ex-wife heard that song yet?
She fucking hates it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's what makes it a good song, though.
I was gonna ask what her thoughts were, but I think you've summed it up quite eloquently there. So how long ago did you write that one?
That was. That was 2020. I guess I wrote that. That's a pandemic song, you know.
Oh, okay.
Were you doing a lot of creative writing during the pandemic time?
I feel like the pandemic, a lot of people died and stuff. The pandemic was like a really hard time for, like everybody, but I had a lot of fun during the pandemic. I feel like I was like, I got COVID in like February of 2020, so like right before everything shut down, and I spent most of the pandemic just like my ex and I split up, and then I started dating this girl in London, so I was in London a whole bunch during the pandemic. It was a wild time, so so I wrote a lot during the pandemic. It was I got on psych meds, psych meds.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Great.
With it.
Yeah.
And so who were you during that time? Like, were you listening to anybody in particularly, like, for inspiration? Or?
Oh yeah. I feel like I'm a big Tracy Lawrence fan. Like I like a lot of '90s country. I grew up with a lot of that stuff, and. But also Gabe Lee, who I think is sort of a lesser-known singer-songwriter, who I think is probably one of the best guys doing it right now.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's amazing, right? Yeah. And Guided by Voices, like tons of Guided by Voices.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
And that's all. Is that stuff that you've kind of listened to throughout your entire career, or is that stuff you're more listening to now?
I feel like the best way I can describe it is like this. It's like, how like there's like the phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe where you got all those guys and like they all sort of like lead up to the end game, and then that's like one batch of things. So I feel like there's like I have like a batch of music that I was listening to for about 5 years, and it's funny, like ever since we put out East Side Blues in August, I like most of the stuff is stuff I'm not even listening to anymore. It's like I'm listening to all kinds of other weird stuff these days. So.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have you jump into a third song here. What song are you thinking about playing?
This song's called Germanium Transistors. There's a Smashing Pumpkins line buried in here someplace.
Oh,
Fair enough.
nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Germanium transistor radio dancing, buckle back crease on your lap. Draw the line somewhere behind or in front of you, deep so you can't walk it back. You hated me in 19, at 30 we're friends. Looking down the road, it makes no difference. It's the walls that surround us and the ceiling that grounds us. It's the stories that bind us and the places remind us you've settled for someone who's suiting your stature, and I'm counting the days, awaiting the rapture. On your words like bottled up rage, but despite all my rage, I am still just a rational man. Growing up right means learning you shouldn't be here at all. Someone once said this is all just a part of the plan. You hated me at 19, at 30 we're friends. Looking down the road, it makes no difference. It's the walls that surround us and the ceiling that grounds us. It's the stories that bind us and the places remind us. You've settled for someone who's suiting your stature, and I'm counting the days, awaiting the rapture. It's the walls that surround us and the ceiling that grounds us. It's the stories that bind us and the places remind us. You've settled for someone who's suiting your stature, and I'm counting the days, awaiting the rapture.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay, man.
Thank you.
It's good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I have to ask because I saw some moisture fly off your face. Are you crying or sweating up there?
But both? No, I'm fine. I'm like this. Here's the problem with moving back to Tucson is I'm like the sweatiest man on planet Earth. You know.
So you moved to like one of the hottest.
Any physical activity, I'm totally out of shape. Any physical activity, I'm sweating. You know, that's it.
Oh, that's
You
right.
know?
I literally did the least amount of moving stuff in here when we were
Right.
packing in today.
I did the
And
most.
I had to sit for 10 minutes to catch my breath.
Oh, really?
I was like sweating and I was just like out of it.
You're a buff dude too, you know. So it's like, no, it's fine. I'm just sweating, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
I saw the moisture and I was like, yeah, let's bring it up.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah,
it's
that's good.
cool.
I'm glad somebody addressed the elephant in the room. you know?
Tom's good at
Well,
that.
from the side angle here, you look very uncomfortable holding that guitar right now.
Dude, if it goes any higher, it'll touch my chin. You know.
Fair.
Yeah.
yeah,
You playing violin? Or?
Yeah, well, yeah, no. Usually I play like this, like I'm holding
A shotgun, you know. But I
Right.
feel like, you know, for audience purposes, people want to see the front of my body, bro.
Fair.
You know.
Very
Like,
fair.
I was just telling Tom I'm kind of sad I'm on this side of you, but
well, I mean, you guys are getting the real good view. You know what I mean? Like that's the.
usually got to pay extra for these seats.
That's right.
this is a service I provide free of charge for special guys, you know. So.
Heck yeah.
Oh, so, but I do appreciate you joining us. We're gonna have you play a fourth song here in just a minute.
Yeah.
Where are you kind of at creatively right now? What are you working on? Yeah.
We're about to start recording our second album, I think. So like at the end of December, we're gonna go back into the studio and record like 4 or 5 songs,
Nice.
and then our drummer is leaving for like 3 months on some kind of like Spirit Quest, Lakin, if you're listening to this, Spirit Quest. So he's on a Spirit Quest. So we're gonna spend the next, you know, probably January, February, March, just like writing the rest of the album, record the rest when he gets back. But you know, that's about it. You know, just,
Cool.
Where does one go on a spirit quest? Is he going to like Joshua Tree or something?
I don't know. I feel like that's that's like the prescribed method of a Spirit Quest. I feel like he's more of a go to Thailand kind of guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
I think it's different for everyone because mine would probably be Amsterdam, you know.
Yeah.
Or he's just
Yeah.
going to stay here and do like peyote. Isn't that legal here in Arizona?
I believe they call that a staycation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, 3 months, go for it.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
on you.
Right.
Yeah, right. If I could afford to take 3 months off, you never see me again, bro. You know.
Seriously.
I had to beg my boss to give me the time to come do this trip, and it's like,
Right.
please, I'm only going to be gone a day. I promise I'll come back.
Tell him, just take that job and shove it, bro. You don't need that.
Yeah.
Fair. I try. So before we jump into your fourth song here, what's your socials if anybody wants to find
Oh, yeah. Benson Highway Band is our Instagram account. You can find links to all of the stuff that we have. Eastside Blues, which is our first album, is streaming everywhere that albums presumably stream. Although I'm saying that, I'm sure it's not like some place that someone very specifically uses. So, you know, anywhere albums presumably, ostensibly stream.
Are you
know?
on Napster? Because I hear Napster.
LimeWire. You can get our shit on LimeWire, you know?
Nice.
I hear Napster's like a really good place to be right now. They actually like pay.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's really interesting. It's probably because they have nobody like listening to Napster.
Fair.
Like I'm not
Right.
using Napster unless it's free. You know what I mean? That's
I was looking at a payout. Like I had a musician to ask, a young musician that was getting ready to release her first EP, I think. And she was like, she was going through like CD Baby or whatever. And she was like, oh, well, which one of these should I like sign up for? And I was looking at like the payouts for like, all of them. I was like, I mean, honestly, just shoot your shot at all of them, but Napster's where I'd put my money, but nobody's, you know.
I think we need to buy stock in Napster. We need like a Napster pump and dump scheme, you know?
Just to
I mean,
spite.
isn't that how
Napster's great, guys. Napster's so good. Napster, if you're listening to this, we love you, bro.
Just to spite Lars Ulrich.
So we're gonna have you play one last song here. What do you got for us?
The song's called Detroit, Michigan. It's about my dad. Detroit, Michigan, you have never meant a thing to me. I've been lying to myself this time about a problem that I cannot see. I'm the same man I've always been. You're the same as you will always be. Raymond Jackson and his mother's aviary, snipping wings off of the captive birds. Blood on the pliers, the smoldering tires, the time in the backyard we spent, and everything I own will turn itself to stone. And everything I own will turn itself to stone. We find no grace in life. There is no grace in living.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Go ahead and plug your socials one last time here real quick.
Oh, yeah. Benson Highway Band on Instagram. Everything else is Benson Highway Band, this and that, you know.
Awesome. And because
Yeah.
we've asked everybody else, what's one piece of advice you have for young musicians out there?
See a fucking therapist. That's it.
Fair.
Hey,
I try.
before you go, real quick, I just want to say I love your turnarounds at the end of your songs, the way you turn them around and end it.
All that shit is
Very
just
great.
ripped right from Buck Owens. Thank you.
Nice.
Awesome. Let's give one more time round of applause for Sean.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. We got Lizzie coming up next. And while we transition, I do want to thank everybody one more time for joining us. We have our last musician of the night coming in. Shout out to Catalina Brewing Company. And I apologize. I'm getting play-by-play. My dad dropped his cell phone in a fire pit. So I am getting play-by-play from my dad up here. It's quite the amusing experience to be having right now. Because usually he drops it in water, not fire pits. So But I want to thank everybody for joining us. Let's give a round of applause for all the musicians that have played tonight. Awesome. We good to go?
Yeah.
Awesome. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you guys?
Awesome.
Fun. I've been having fun listening.
We're doing good.
And watching.
Yeah. We got Lizzie. What song you got for us?
This first one is called "Turn It Into Art." It's the title track off my new EP that came out yesterday. So you can go and listen to it. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Here we go.
Whoops. Is that okay? The feedback. Okay. Well, I took a trip down to the town to go and find myself. There was coffee, there was music, people dancing all around. But the person I was looking for was not in the crowd. They said he had gone to chase a dream. I just hope he finds peace. Well, one night I got into my car and then I took a drive. I went down all the twisty turns until the east side. I went on down the mountain road looking for home. It was there I found my little loves, but now I just don't know. You tried to shoot an arrow, but you missed me in my heart. Now nothing is so simple, everything feels so hard. But at least I got my writing book, my pen and my guitar. If nothing, I can use the pain and turn it into art. Well, I drove past all the warning signs in hopes that you would see that a dream is fun, but has a cost, and that cost might be me. But I know that we will come around and someday be again. They say people come and people go, and all good things must end. You tried to shoot an arrow, but you missed me in my heart. Now nothing is so simple, everything feels so hard. But at least I got my writing book, my pen and my guitar. If nothing, I can use, and turn it into art. Should've warmed up my voice. Woo-hoo-hoo. 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 Woo-hoo. You tried to shoot an arrow, but you missed me in my heart. Now nothing is so simple, everything feels so hard. But at least I got my writing book, my pen and my guitar. If nothing, I can use pain and turn it in. You tried to shoot an arrow, but you missed me in my heart. Now nothing is so simple, everything feels so hard. But at least I got my writing book, my pen and my guitar. If nothing, I can use the pain and turn it into art. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Nice.
Thank you, guys.
I like the way you recovered there a little bit.
Yeah. I really like the dynamics in that song. I wasn't ready for it right off the bat, but it was awesome.
Thank you.
Well, excited to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
How'd your release show go last night?
It went so good. It was at Hotel Congress, and it was just a good show. Good. Couldn't have asked for a better night, and played with some of my friends. I had a full band, and it was just really cool. It was
Heck
fun.
yeah.
So you had a full band show last night?
I did. So that song live had drums, bass, whistling, harmonica, piano. It had it all.
wow.
So it was cool. Yeah.
Nice.
full
Now,
thing.
are most of your shows like full band, or do you do a mix of full band?
I
and
mostly do
acoustic?
solo, but for like big ones, kind
Yeah.
of like that, I'll bring my friends and kind of get a full band thing.
That's
going.
cool.
So yeah, it's fun to do. Fun to do both. I like.
Are the
doing-
recordings full production with
Yeah.
the band? That's awesome.
Amazing.
So yeah,
So you're born, raised here in Tucson.
I am. I'm a Tucsonian.
Nice.
Is that what they go with, Tucson?
It is Tucson. I've heard Tilo, a Tucson local. I like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of different.
I
Or
think I like
Tucsonan.
I think I
Tilo.
like, yeah.
I like
Yeah,
Tilo
it's
too.
kind of like 90s hip hop.
Yeah.
It just feels more comfortable to say.
Yeah.
Right.
Tucsonian just sounds.
It's it's such a big word. Yeah.
Nice.
Somebody
Right.
was like, "You're from here," and I was like, "Yeah," and they were like, "Oh, you're a Tilo," and I was like, "A what?"
Yeah.
And I've kind of coined it ever since. So yeah.
Yeah.
So how's it feel to have your new project out?
It feels so good. Oh my gosh, so much work went into that. So much writing and getting the band together and recording and going back and putting the finishing touches and then planning the show. And
Right.
So
How
it
long
feels
was
good.
the
Yeah.
process?
Oh yeah. Oh, how long was
How
it?
long was it?
I've probably been writing some of the songs since last year, but definitely been working on everything since probably like June.
Fair.
So
Yeah.
finally got it all done. So last night.
It's
probably, I was like-
painstaking after you record it and you start to
It's a good- I
slowly
know.
get stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
come on.
It was good rewarding though. Very
Yeah.
rewarding feeling. So yeah.
Right.
Very awesome.
Nice. And so you finished one phase of the promotion. Now you're in a completely different
Yeah,
phase.
I know. Different pig. Got to promote it now that it's out, and you guys can go listen to it. And
Awesome. Awesome. Let's go ahead and jump into your second song here.
Sweet. Okay. This
What do
one
you-
is called "I Met You Yesterday," and yeah, I like this song. Let me get some water.
Cool.
Is this off for your also off the project? Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Here we go.
This one is probably my favorite. I met you yesterday walking in the park. I met you late at night, it was getting dark. I met you yesterday staring at the stars. When you opened up and picked up the part of my heart that was missing, a part that was missing of my heart. It was missing, but now thanks to you, 'cause you put it back in place. Yesterday I felt like a piece of me was back. Yesterday I felt like my heart was back intact. Yesterday we sat on the roof and we laughed, ate pizza and we talked bad, just like the past. So yesterday I thought I saw a shadow running round, the shadow of a girl who was lost but found. Yesterday I felt like I never had before. This healthy way of feeling, let me want more of you. And this feeling of you, and this feeling of you, this healthy feeling I've never felt before. Till the day that I met you. But now it's been a day, now it isn't yesterday. Oh God, it's been a day, I wish that it was yesterday. But I know that tomorrow will come, you'll be back again, we can have some fun. Whoa. was missing of my heart. It was missing, but now thanks to you, 'cause you put it back in place. You put it back in place. Thanks to you, I found my place. Thank you, guys.
Nice. Amazing.
Thank you.
So where'd you write that song at?
Where?
Yeah.
I don't remember where I was.
Right? That was
I don't-
different.
Probably just like in my room.
Right. So how long's that song kind of been in the process?
Been happening. I wrote this song. It's about two of my best friends, and so it's kind of like a platonic love song. And I think I wrote it probably back in like February or March.
Nice.
And
So-
yeah, just about friends.
Is that song more fun to play with the band or solo?
It is really good with the band.
I
but
bet.
I do,
I
yeah.
bet.
But it is.
That's why I
I
asked.
love playing solo too. So love
Nice.
them, but they're I feel like showcase the song in different ways, and they're each
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
in
Do you
their own
play
ways.
them differently depending on like with the band
Not
or without?
necessarily. They just have more parts, but I feel like
Gotcha.
when it's just me, like the guitar shines a little bit more, you know. But,
Right, right.
It is fun to have the full band as well. So yeah,
Heck yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
you guys will have to listen to check out the recording.
Oh yeah, for sure. I had it on last night while I was sitting by myself because I knew he didn't want to listen to it. Listen to like everybody's music kind of coming in. He wanted to come in with fresh perspective, but I was like, nope, I'm gonna listen to this. And
I'd rather hear artists or bands live first
yeah.
and then hear the recorded
sure.
stuff, you know.
sure.
I've always been that way.
So now that you got, was it a full album or was it an EP?
An EP, so there's 5 songs on
Okay,
it. So, yeah.
fair enough.
Nice.
So now that your EP's out, where's kind of your head at? What are you looking at next?
Well, I already have like the next EP planned out. I was like writing as we were recording, so now I got to record those. But I'll give it some time. Got to give this one some room to breathe. And
Well, you go in and record them, and then you got them in your pocket for later.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So,
I think if you
there's
do,
things in the works.
Right.
I think if you do like a dope or EP, and then like the end of next year do like a full album.
Yeah. That'll be the goal.
I've seen a lot of musicians doing that recently, where they'll do like an EP, and they'll release a 12-song album with the 2 previous EPs, but then you got like 4 fresh songs.
That's a good idea.
It's-
I like that. Okay.
A lot of people are getting creative right now with the
Yeah.
way to kind of put
Different
music
ways
out.
to release
The old
and stuff.
formulas aren't working anymore. Everyone's trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
So, kind of moving forward, are you primarily playing around Tucson, or
I am getting up to Phoenix more and more recently, and Bisbee here and there, but I'd say primarily Tucson.
I like Bisbee.
But
It's fun.
Yeah, Bisbee is a cool little joint.
You got to play Flagstaff, too. Flagstaff is so much
I was
fun.
thinking of doing like a Arizona type tour thing.
is
Yeah.
that something you're hoping to do in the summer?
Yeah. I think it'd be cool.
I feel like there's a lot of cool places, like
Yeah.
especially if you're like just willing to travel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And just get in your car and just go for the adventure and see what happens. Yes.
Right.
I'm so for it.
You go up with the band, play at the Monty V up
Right?
there.
In Flagstaff?
It's- yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
It's fun. They put you up in the hotel, everything.
Oh
It's,
wow.
It's a good
Okay.
time.
Treatment. Sounds
Don't get caught on the roof. You know, I don't know why I
Why,
say
why,
that.
why are
But,
you speaking out
Yeah.
of experience there, Bob?
we get kicked off of roofs all the time when we go on tour.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I try. So, kind of, do you have any shows coming up, or were?
I do. Okay. Can I brag on myself a little
Oh,
bit?
definitely.
Okay,
Go for it.
Definitely.
I was in this competition that Alice Cooper holds every year, and if you win, you get to open for him. And
Nice.
I won, so I'm opening for him on this Saturday.
That's
Saturday,
awesome.
December 7th. Thank
That's
you guys.
awesome.
Nice.
At the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix, so it's gonna be pretty sweet. That's the big thing I got coming up, and
Heck yeah.
4th Avenue Street Fair. I'll be there on the 15th. If you guys come, that's always a fun event to go check out. And lots of stuff to do, and yeah.
I'm glad you brought up the Alice Cooper thing.
Right.
I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, I don't remember what the name of the competition
No,
was.
it's
So
okay.
how do I bring it up? How do I bring it up?
It's all good.
And you brought it up yourself, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So how'd you get involved with that?
I just from some Tucson friends that did it last year, and I did do it last year, but I only made it to like the semifinals, and I felt like I had grown a lot, so I was like, I got to try again, and it went well. So
That's really
Is that
cool.
one of those full band shows?
Yeah, Were they full band? No, it's just
No,
me
no,
and
no,
my
no. The Alice Cooper show on Saturday, will that be a full band show?
just me and my guitar.
Oh, wow.
You know? Yeah.
That's cool.
How, they have like a soloist winner and then a band winner, so I wanted
okay.
soloist. So
Make sure you put that in your electronic press kit.
yes.
You know, that's a good
The
one. That's a good
EPK.
one on there.
Thank you.
Nice. So third song, what are you thinking about playing for us?
I was debating. Do you guys want to hear another one off the EP or a new one that's unreleased or a new one? Okay, that's what I wanted you to say.
Yeah, we'd like to hear a new one.
Okay. Do you want to hear one called "Slow Down" or "A Cloud of Rain"? You pick. Which? Slow down? Okay.
Yeah.
It's slow. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
That's not okay. I said okay. I'm always self-conscious of the slow ones. Okay. Well, this is "Slow Down." It'll probably be on the next one.
Cool.
But it's just about how fast life goes. I'm just trying to capture it, you know? So, yeah. Every day feels like it's just flying by. Every moment has no reason or rhyme. Cut me open, see what you would find. Like that hole you left in my heart, still empty inside. I tried to fill it up, I tried to drown it out with all my tears. But nothing stays the same, and no one is to blame but life herself. And I hate her right now. I tried to cover up, I tried to burn it down, this old house. But nothing stays the same, I'm afraid of change, you're different now. I tried to run away, I tried to go a day without your voice. But nothing stays the same, I'm afraid of change, I'm different now. And it won't slow down. It won't slow down. Ooh. Oh, please slow down. Every night feels like it's just dragging on. Every night I'll be playing the same old song, in hopes you hear it too, in hopes it gets to you in your black heart. Let's just restart. I tried to cover up, I tried to burn it down with this old house. But nothing stays the same, I'm afraid of change, you're different now. I tried to run away, I tried to go a day without your voice. But nothing stays the same, I'm afraid of change, I'm different now. And it won't slow down. It won't slow down. Ooh. It won't slow down. It won't slow down. you guys.
Nice.
That was really good.
Thank you, man.
It wasn't as slow as I thought. The way you were kind
Right.
of building it up, I was like waiting for it to be like really slow.
No. That was it, man.
You have a great finger picking technique.
Thank you.
Are you self-taught or trained?
I taught myself ukulele, and then I learned like basic guitar on my own, and then I did take lessons.
That's cool.
It's been a combination, but yeah.
Was that something your parents got you into, or did you kind of find it on your own?
I kind of found guitar on my own. I had done like orchestra in middle school, but violin like never really clicked with me. And then I feel like it was when I got like a phone in middle school, and I discovered like a couple bands, and I was like, this is what I want to do. And
Nice.
got a
Right.
guitar, and yeah.
So I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, who were those bands?
Who were the band? Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. Who got
There
you
was,
started?
like, okay, there's like one really lame one and one cool one that I remember like getting into. But there's a band called R5. They were kind of like a Disney band. I don't know if you knew that. Okay, thank you. I was like obsessed with them, and I was like, God, I want to do what they're doing. And yeah, they were really cool. And then I remember I didn't know who the Rolling Stones were, and R5, the members, a lot of times would wear like the shirts that had the tongue on it. And I was like,
Okay.
what is that shirt? Like, it's so cool. And then I looked it up and found the Rolling Stones, and then it just branched from there.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And your life was destroyed forever
Maybe,
since.
yeah, I got hooked.
And it doesn't matter who got you into music; it's that you got into it. You know.
Now, was your family musical? Parents? Any?
No, my parents are not musical. I was kind of like the glitch of the family. My siblings don't do music, so I'm kind of like the artsy freak of the family. And my grandma played piano, so there definitely was always like music kind of in the house. So yeah.
I'm going to
That's
challenge
cool.
you on that one. You're the artsy badass of the
The
family.
Thank you.
There you go. There
I'll
you
take
go.
it.
Nice. So kind of looking forward, obviously you've got the Alice Cooper show this weekend. What's kind of the plans for the rest of the year? Is that kind of your last show? Or
That is, man, I can't. So I have that and like the 4th Ave thing, and I feel like a few other little ones here and there. And then yeah, that's kind of the end of the year. I
'Cause
know,
it's
2024.
weird to believe that like,
It is. It's gone fast.
Yeah.
3 weeks till Christmas, three, little over. Something
Don't
like
rush
Right.
it.
Yeah,
I know.
This
It
year
goes
went by
so
quick.
fast, for
Right.
sure.
that. Right. Awesome.
We've been trying to do this all year,
Yeah.
and then finally now we're getting to do it
Well,
at the end
thank
of
you
November.
For having me. Thanks for doing it. For sure.
We're so glad to be here. Like
Right?
coming to Tucson in I guess technically it's
Yeah,
still November.
you know, close.
Tomorrow.
The fact that it was freezing cold this morning when we left,
Yeah.
and we came here and I think it was like almost 80 degrees or
Right.
something.
Weatherman.
I was just
Right.
like,
I love it.
my body freaked out. It was quite funny. So, but really enjoyed our conversation. We're gonna have you
Yeah.
play your 4th song
more?
here in a
Okay.
sec. But go ahead and plug your socials really quick.
Okay, you guys can follow me at Lizzie's Musics. It's Lizzie. My music is on Spotify. It's just under Lizzie, so you might have to put a song. But if you look up "I Met You Yesterday" or my new EP called "Turn It Into Art," it should come up. But yeah, Instagram is Lizzie's Musics, and YouTube, all that
Sweet.
stuff.
Awesome. So what song are you gonna play for us to close it out?
I'm debating again between doing a new one or another one from the EP.
New one.
A new one, okay?
Yeah, we like new stuff.
I do too. All right, this one is called "A Cloud of Rain."
Awesome.
From a cloud of smoke to a cloud of rain, you dug me, baby, and kept me sane. Taught me how to love, you taught me how to be. You taught me that I'm worth more than I think. You rained down, came down, swept me up. Took me for a ride, then dropped me off. You watered all the plants, you watered all the trees. You watered all the desert, that was me. Life is a sky and you were the clouds. You rained down bold in the middle of a drought. Taught me how to love, you taught me how to be. You taught me that the world sits at my feet. And I just dream of the day that I'll pass you by. 'Cause I know you look at me and smile with that twinkle in your eye. But I will wait till then and write another song. 'Cause I walk your way every day. I hope that it's not wrong. night I pray that the wind will blow you back to me. When you find peace, every night I pray that the clouds will rain, soaking up the water to soothe the pain. You gave me all your warmth, you gave me all your strength, taught me what it looks like to go to the lengths. You taught me how to love, you taught me how to be. You showed me such kindness I never had seen. And I just dream of the day that I'll pass you by, 'cause I know you look at me and smile with that twinkle in your eye. But I will wait till then and write another song. As I walk your way every day, I hope that's not wrong. I hope we meet again, going on our way, walking down the sidewalk one of these days. Still on time now every day. What are the lyrics? I don't know what to say. Walking down the sidewalk, smile on my face. It's not like you meet someone every day. Waiting for the moment I pass you, and then I won't let you slip away ever again. There we go. Thank you, guys.
The Queen of Recovery strikes again.
Thank you. Yes.
Right.
Man, last
That's
night
how
wore me
new it
out.
is.
Thank you.
So before we wrap this up, what's your piece of advice for young musicians?
Oh my gosh. It sounds cliche, but quite literally just never give up. Like, consistency is key, and there's going to be like people that don't vibe with your music or haters as always, but you got to just believe in your art and write from your heart. And if you're writing from your heart and being authentic, it'll resonate with people.
Heck yeah.
It's important.
Nice.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and plug your socials one last time.
Socials, Lizzie's Musics, Lizzies Musics. You guys can follow me and listen to my music. And yeah, and I also just want to say that all Annie and Tori and Sean, you guys were all just amazing. So it was awesome to hear you guys play. So yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute
Thank you for
blast.
having me.
Thank you everybody here for joining us. Shout out to Catalina
Yes, thank
Brewing
you.
Company. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Tucson. If anybody would like to follow Live and Amplified at Live, the letter N, Amplified, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Twitch, Twitter, Threads, all the socials. You can follow us, or you could grab a business card right here. There's a QR. It takes you to everything. But once again,
That's the
thank you all.
easiest way to do it.
Absolutely. But once again, Jeff, we made it through it.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah,
It was a lot of fun. We've been trying to do this for a while, so I'm glad we finally got around to doing it.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so very much, and you all have a good night.
Thank you, guys.